Hello, sports fans, and welcome. Welcome to the Guru Talkin Sports podcast. I am your host, the Guru of Sports, and this is episode 214. And like I told you on Friday, I would be back. Episode 213, I want to say, was an amazing episode. And I will not ever stop thanking my guest, Mr. Dave Shepard, for his contribution to this podcast, and I really appreciate it. I do the same thing for my man, Dave May Jr. Like I said, when I need some smart minds, I don't look at myself because, hey, I'd rather go and find the smartest men in the room. And believe me, both Dave May Jr. and Dave Shepard are the smartest guys in the room when they sit down with me. And I really appreciate the contributions. Much thanks, much appreciated. And, thank you. I know. I'm the type of person that I'm really appreciative of the things that I have and really the things that I try to do. And like I said, this was one of the rare occasions where I did a podcast on a Friday afternoon, which I never have done. But I want to say that, there might be some situations and sometimes where I might have to do podcasts on a different day. I know I usually do it like overnight Saturday into Sunday. But like I said, special occasion. Because like I said, Dave May and Dave Shepard, these guys work. These guys are very, very, very much, into what they do. So I want to try to catch them when I have a chance and be able to coordinate my schedule around theirs to make sure that, they, I don't interrupt anything. So that's all I want to say. But I really appreciate them both. And like I said, on Friday, we were getting you ready for the weekend. I know it's first time for everything. We was getting you ready for the weekend for both the men's and the women's Final Four. Now, those games have been played. And, we done seen a lot of stuff in that time. But, like I said, that was a foul. She shouldn't have moved. And, hey, Iowa moves on. UConn and Iowa was probably one of the most classic games I ever seen. Caitlin Clark was just hounded and just basically, the defense of UConn was just amazing on her in the first half. 2 points, and then she turns around and comes and makes all the, has her, scoring up. But, it wasn't nowhere near over 20 points or so. But like I said, this is one of the things that you see in the women's game. She was able to adjust. She had to pull her team back together and get the run and make the run and hold off UConn. And like I said, this is one of these games that you will see. It would be rare, but you'll see. These young ladies are, just like I said, the cream of the crop. They are the best. And believe me, I love the women's game. And like I said, with the women's game has a lot of star power. Something that's lacking in the men's game, but we've seen what happened with both the men's national semifinal games on yesterday. All right, let me finish up with the other game between South Carolina and North Carolina State. They just had no answer. There was no way that North Carolina State was going to win that game. So, congratulations to Dawn Staley and her crew. South Carolina will be playing for their 38th win and become the 10th team in women's NCAA history to become the 10th undefeated champion. It's going to be a really good game, and believe me, I really think that it's just going to be tight. I really can't say who's going to win this game because you got Iowa coming in as an underdog, and then you got the undefeated South Carolina Gamecocks, who got knocked out last year in a national semifinal game between them, and now they face off again for the championship. It's going to be a really, really good game, and believe me, I will be sitting here with my popcorn watching this game, and like I said, I don't have to go to work until a little bit later in the day or early in Monday morning or so. So I'm definitely going to be watching this. Okay, so the women's game is set. Like I said, number 1, South Carolina, vowing to be undefeated. Number 1, Iowa, with Caitlin Clark's final game. And she is going to try to go out as a champion and with the, the title of the greatest women's basketball player of all time, which she is. I have no problem with that. I just, like I said, I really think that she's going to do it. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay, like I said, on the men's side, North Carolina State just ran out of gas. They really didn't have any answer for Zach Edey and Lawyer, and they just couldn't do it. They just ran out of gas. But you got to give credit where credit is due. I mean, these guys ran basically 9 straight games. They won 9 straight games to get into the tournament. Won the ACC, had the 4 that, or the 4 games that they won to basically get to the point to the Final Four. And yeah, they deserve a lot. Let's get that straight. Okay. Now, if you never listened to this podcast ever before, I don't like the word deserve. Deserve means only one thing. You deserve an ass kicking. And I hate that word. North Carolina State earned the right to get to the Final Four. They earned it. They had to make a run, and their run, included beating Duke and beating a couple teams that I never thought they would beat. And believe me, I had no idea that North Carolina State's men's basketball team was that good. So, well, you got to give, hats off to them. Congratulate them. They will, DJ Burns, we'll always remember him as having an infectious smile and basically the really, really good kid. We like him. DJ Horn, really good player. And like I said, these guys will be back. We never know. These guys will be back. I know they'll be back. All right. So, like I said, they just ran into a powerhouse. And like I said, Zach Edey is just amazing. Enormous guy, big guy, and, he's leading this team into somewhere where I really, really didn't think that he would lead them to. I have really, really a lot of skepticism over Purdue's program because of what they've done in the last couple years, losing to double-digit seeded teams. But now they made it to the championship game. And like I said, they might be able to pull this off. But on the other side, they're facing probably one of the greatest teams, college basketball teams of all time. We got to put them up in that, that realm of the Duke guys and, Duke teams of Krzyzewski, North Carolina teams under Dean Smith, UCLA teams under John Wooden, well, only one Georgetown team. I like Georgetown, so I had to mention Georgetown. But anyway, they should be okay. They're trying for that back-to-back championship, and like I said, no team's done it since Florida from 2006 to 2007 or so. And like I said, sometimes I get my dates mixed up, but like I said, I'm the guru of sports. Can't remember everything, but anyway. So UConn did their thing. And Newton and Castle, these guys are going to be pros. Donovan Clingan, these guys are going to be pros. They're good. So we'll see. The big matchup will be tomorrow night, and I probably won't be able to see it because I'll be on the road. But I definitely will tape it, DVR it, and watch it, and I'll check it out. So, like I said, it's going to be a really, really, and this weekend, like I said, that's why I did the podcast on Friday, because this is going to be a very, very good NCAA finals weekend. Now, everybody's picking South Carolina to win this thing. And like I said, I'm not sure. I love Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark is, like I said, the best. But you got to go with history. And, South Carolina is probably going to be looking for the revenge. So South Carolina's going to be the favorite. UConn is going to try to make history as well. So we'll see what happens. But I'm not making any predictions on these games. I can't, because I just don't know. Then again, on the men's side, I can't say that I do like UConn to win the whole thing. But like I said, one of these guys get hot. Lawyer, I've seen him hitting 3-pointers out there and everything. Kicking it back out to him and hitting 3-pointers. We never know. We'll never know. All right, so I'm done with that. I'm going to be talking about a subject that I really, really am disappointed in my favorite sport. My favorite sport is Major League Baseball, and like I said, I've had a little bit of experience of trying to play baseball and everything. I have a failed baseball career, but like I said, I tried out. It ain't no big deal. But anyway, I'm just to the point where I'm just really upset with the way Major League Baseball handled this situation with the Oakland A's. Now, we all knew the rumblings and we all knew the situation in Oakland. So I'm going to go off here right now and tell you how I feel. I think it's really screwed up for Major League Baseball to do this to this fan base. When you see an injustice, you have to try to fix the injustice. It really just pisses me off, because the thing about it is that you have a owner in John Fisher that is one of the most despicable human beings walking the face of this earth. And then you have a fan base where, a great fan base, and believe me, like I said, I stand up for, fan bases that did not earn the situation they're in. Major League Baseball Rob Manfred, who is probably the worst commissioner I've ever seen. Believe me, he is the worst commissioner of all time. I'm not old enough to have seen Kennesaw Mountain Landis or anything like that, but I do remember Bowie Kuhn. I do remember Bart Giamatti. I remember some of these guys, and they were pretty good. I think Peter Uberoff was a commissioner at one time. He wasn't that bad or whatever, But Rob Manfred this is your fault. This is your fault because you didn't step in and do something to save the fan base of Oakland, the city of Oakland. Now, I kind of blame the city of Oakland too. Now, the only people that doesn't get any blame in this situation is the fans. Because when you're an owner of a baseball team, you want to go put the best product out there for the team to succeed. Look at what happened just about a month ago in Baltimore. Peter Angelos passed on, sold the team, gave it to a ownership group led by Rothstein or Mr. Rothstein or so. But anyway, they're okay now. I mean, they were a big celebration. Brand new ownership. Even got Cal Ripken to come back and be a part of this ownership group and be a part of the Orioles. I mean, he didn't want anything to do with the Orioles for the longest time, only because of Peter Angelos. But we got rid of Peter Angelos, and now we have an ownership group that cares about the team, that's going to keep the team in Baltimore. And like I said, this is what you want to see. As a matter of fact, it was approved right before opening day that this team, that the Orioles will be approved, and they'll stay in Baltimore. I'm very much confident that the Orioles will stay in Baltimore because the majority owner is a Baltimore native, and he remembers all the good times that the Orioles had. Okay, let's go back to the Oakland A's. So Rob Manfred turned a blind eye on this whole situation and let that son of a bitch Fisher just walk all over the fans of Oakland. We all know that the stories about the stadium. The stadium is a piece of crap. Now, I blame the city of Oakland for not fixing the stadium. Yeah, I know. But, if you're an owner, you should be able to, tally out some money or, throw a little money in the kitty to make sure that the stadium gets built. But no, this didn't happen. And like I said, greed and a lack of not giving a damn has put this fan base where they're at today. It just really, really pains me to say that, the people of Oakland are going to lose now another team to Las Vegas, matter of fact. I mean, I don't blame Las Vegas, but then again, they should have requested a expansion team. The Oakland A's is a proud franchise. I think everybody that loves baseball have loved the Oakland A's at one time and rooted for the Oakland A's at one time. I got a Reggie Jackson jersey in here that is, probably, rare. I mean, it's a gray sleeveless one. And I love that thing. Matter of fact, I might be wearing it this weekend or this week. If it gets hot enough or so. I know it's wool too, but, I know. I wear something wool. But, Fisher bought this team, and, he had a lot of money. His mommy and daddy were owners of the Gap, which right now I probably won't never shop at ever again because I really don't, like I said, I really just don't. I wouldn't give that bastard a dime. I really, I hate to say this, but yeah, I hate John Fisher for what he did to this fan base. It was confirmed this week that they're going to be moving. This will be the last year that they play in the Oakland Alameda County Stadium. And they're going to move to Sacramento for 3 years. And then they're going to move on to Las Vegas. They're going to share a minor league ballpark with the Sacramento Bees or whatever, affiliates. So it's just really, really, it's a shame. It's a shame. And like I said, Rob Manfred didn't do anything because, well, I think I turned a blind eye on this thing, and and then the other owners, I know there was probably a couple owners that probably said, well, you know what, I don't think this is right. But then again, they probably was really complacent and didn't say anything because, hey, what if I need to move my team? What if I need to move my team and I need the support of all my owner friends? This situation is really bad. And it really stinks because who suffers? Not Rob Manfred because he don't really give a damn. Not the owners because they're going to turn their back on it because, hey, what happens if it happens to them? They want to be able to move. The City of Oakland doesn't, no big deal to them. Hey, we can lose all our teams. Matter of fact, they did lose all their teams. Las Vegas, I don't know where we're going to put this stadium or whatever, what we're going to do for this. But we're going to take the Oakland A's. Whatever. And there was rumblings that the mayor in Las Vegas didn't really want the freaking A's. Yeah, I mean, they were talks a while back that said, we really don't want you guys because it's going to put a lot of strain on our on the strip, and we really don't know where we're going to put this stadium at. So dumbass Fisher would have said, well, you know what? I don't know. We should turn back and try to make it work in Oakland. Try to work out a deal. But then again, if you're an owner and you want your team to be there, why not flip half the cost at least or 3/4 of the cost to build a new stadium? Knock the Coliseum down, build a brand new stadium right next to it or so. Give the fans what they want and build them a new house, a new crib. No, they don't want to do that. I'm just disappointed. Because like I said, the fans, and this is the third city they didn't move from? Remember, this was the original Philadelphia Athletics. Connie Mack's Athletics. They moved from Philadelphia to Kansas City up until 1968 when they moved from Kansas City to Oakland. It just kept going further and further west, running into more problems and so. You know, I wouldn't mind if they came back to Philadelphia so that Philadelphia could have an American League and a National League team. I know, hey, I know. Would the city of Philadelphia support 2 baseball teams? They did before. Why not now? But then again, I just don't understand this. This is like really, really, excuse the expression, fucked up, because now you got a major league team playing in a minor league ballpark. And what that bastard Fisher said the other day was really ridiculous. Oh, now we're going to have all the big stars come through Sacramento and play in our temporary home. Oh, man, this guy is full of shit, man. I swear. I can say this for you, the fans of Oakland. I understand how you feel. Remember, I'm a Baltimore Colt fan. Like I said, yeah, I am a Baltimore Colt fan. And remember how punk ass Irsay just moved out of our city in the middle of the night? Cleveland, I know how you feel because you had your the Browns leave and they moved to Baltimore. Seattle, I know how you feel when the Sonics moved from, Seattle to Oklahoma City. It's really screwed up. It's really screwed up. I never liked teams, just picking up and leaving. Well, the Raiders, I like the Raiders, but the thing about it is that, hey, it goes back to the city of Oakland. They didn't want to fix the stadium. That's why they had to leave. It's really screwed up. But like I said, I have no faith in John Fisher. I have no faith in Ron Manfred because I don't know if he doesn't even know what the fuck he's doing, And, like I said, with respect to our buddy Dave May Jr., I couldn't really say anything bad about, Major League Baseball because that's who he's employed with. But the thing about it is that, I'm just really disappointed. Really disappointed in my sport. Because this whole situation with Oakland could have been fixed. The deplorable situation of the stadium, the field, everything. It's just a mess. Now, I never seen a game in Oakland. I have rode by the stadium. One of those. I rode by the stadium. And, like I said, it was an average looking stadium. Hell, Giant Stadium looked okay too. But, I ride by that mostly all the time. It's just really disappointing. So what we're looking at now is they're going to Las Vegas. They are going to Las Vegas. I know a lot of people in the media that has been trying to, wake this jackass up to tell him, hey, look, this is not going well, this is not right. But yet and still, what can you say? And I can say this. John Fisher is a loser. Rob Manfred is a loser. But I'm going to tell you like this. The fans of Oakland, you are not losers. You are not losers. I stand behind you guys. Really do. I'm as upset as you are. Oh, and another thing I heard also is that, the city of San Francisco could have helped their friends out, but they didn't want to. They didn't want to. The A's were considering moving down to San Jose. But the city of San Francisco said, no, we have territorial rights. Yeah, listen to this. They said they had territorial rights. So they wouldn't even help out their friends over on the East Bay. How fucked up is that? You mean to tell me that's just like Minneapolis telling St. Paul that, hey, we can't help you out. That's pretty fucked up. That is. It's really fucked up. They just didn't want to help them out when they had a chance to. Oh, San Francisco. Oh my gosh. Yeah, but you could take the Warriors and bring them back to San Francisco and put them in your, put them there, but yet and still you couldn't take Oakland and help them out. Man, I am done. This is like the worst freaking sports story I've ever heard in a long time. And believe me, this is ridiculous. It's just totally ridiculous how, this whole thing played out. How Manfred didn't do anything and, jeez. All right, guys. I got to get out of here because, one, I'm pissed off, and two, I want to make sure I get this out before, 7 o'clock in the morning or so, 8 o'clock in the morning, whatever. But anyway, I really, really appreciate this past week with, like I said, my man Dave May Jr. coming on a couple episodes ago, and then my man Dave Shepard coming on last episode. And like I said, we will talk about the championship games, and we'll see what happens, and we'll talk about the winners next week. Just for a brief while, because then now we're going to start talking about baseball, and I know that the NFL draft is coming up, so we're going to have to be talking about that as well. But anyway, like I said, if we're talking sports, check me out. Listen to me. Here we go. Anyway, this has been the Guru Talkin Sports Podcast, episode 214. You guys take care of yourself. We will be back next week with episode 215. And like I said, you guys take care of yourself. Enjoy the rest of your sports weekend. The Guru will see you real soon. And good luck. And also, tomorrow's a solar eclipse. Don't forget your glasses. Don't be looking straight up in the sky. I like the Yankees wanted everybody to do. Later.